Alright, so here's our presentation on droughts by Mrs. Von Drake's Global Studies class.
What is a drought? A drought is a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall, and a shortage of water resulting from this.
So here's our drought timeline. So some of the major events. In 2008, there were bread riots throughout Egypt, which also resulted in a couple of deaths. And U.S. itself experienced a drought in June 2012. We had a shortage in wheat. And at the end of 2014, Iran also experienced a drought.
In 2010, there was a drought in Russia that caused a shortage of wheat in Egypt. $12 million in aid were given to Egypt by surrounding countries. Egypt was later declared in a state of crisis by the FAO. Russia offered part of their future wheat surplus as an aid effort to Egypt.
Drought began in Iran in 1999 and became significantly worse by 2008. Drought continues to this day, and former President Mohammed did nothing to conserve any of the water. His current President Hassan is trying to rewrite water conservation policies. All crops are being affected, but there have been no reports of riots or violence.
China. The vegetation of China was affected by the drought. It lost $1.2 billion because of the drought. And they were thinking about making canals that will transport water into their country to help solve the problem.
This first graph shows the top 10 disasters reported from 1982 to 2003, and it concerns the drought-affected people. It shows that India takes the lead with the most people affected by droughts, with 71.5% of the top 10 disasters.
This next graph shows the top 10 droughts reported and the number of people in millions of people that were affected by the droughts.
This graph shows the amount of people killed in drought disasters. So Ethiopia has the highest rate in 1983.
Finally, we come to the Drought Web that shows the social, political, geographic, and economic effects of drought. Some of these include tensions and disputes between people, new water conservation policies, animals and crop failure, and finally, a negative effect on different countries' economies.
So in conclusion, droughts are bad.